Hello BookTube and welcome once again to the 2020 tour of my library. When I counted how many parts this tour would take, I realized that how I'm breaking it up, there would be too many days or too many sections to fit one tour video a day in the month of December, particularly if I'm taking the weekends off. So I'm going to be doubling these up. So today, in addition to the Still Paltry Poetry Collection, I'm going to be doing H. Rider Haggard and the classic reprints. So first, there's this lovely edition of the works of H. Rider Haggard. It includes Cleopatra, She, King Solomon's Mines, and Alan Quatermain. I picked this up from Golden's Book Exchange about a year or two ago because I was looking for an omnibus edition of Haggard's work that includes King Solomon's Mines, Alan Quatermain, and She. There was a Dover edition that I picked up when I was in 8th grade that I absolutely loved, but I long since unhauled it. So I've been looking for a collection of Haggard's work or individual editions, and I'd only been able to find a used copy of King Solomon's Mines, but I was also wanting Alan Quatermain and She, so picked this up. And I first encountered H. Rider Haggard through the 1980s film version starring Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone. Even though neither movie really has much in common with the book. But no film adaptation of King Solomon's Mines has ever actually been all that faithful to the original novel. Anyway, so when I mentioned in the classic reprints, I have a few classic reprints. Earlier this year when I first set about rearranging my library, also known as my bedroom, I had thought about turning my brother's bookcase, that big bookcase my brother made for me, into a sort of penguin wall, or a classic reprint wall. And I've since changed my mind about that, but I have sort of lumped some of the classic reprints together, although I probably could resort these into fantasy or join these with the Moonstone Witches in a separate location. But anyway, so first up we have the Portable Dante. I think this includes the complete Commedia. It has been forever since I've looked at this book, and I've actually honestly never read it, which I really should probably correct at some point. So it's got the Divine Comedy, La Vita Nuova, and some selected poetry, and some prose, too. I used to have a dual language edition of the Inferno, but I've since gotten rid of that and picked up this copy, which I think I picked up from Golden's Book Exchange in Waco. Next is and this edition is from the Viking Portable Library. And from Oxford World's Classics, I have John Webster's The Duchess of Malfi and Other Plays. I picked this up for a class. I took a Renaissance class in college, and one of the plays we read two from The Duchess of Malfi. The Duchess of Malfi and The White Devil. And I really enjoyed both plays when I read them, and I've kept this collection ever since. Now we have a few from Penguin Classics, although they're sandwiching a... Where are you from? The Modern Library. So first we have Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen, a lovely edition. I've read the first book of The Fairy Queen and quite enjoyed it and wanted the complete Fairy Queen. Although I've never yet gotten around to reading the full poem, which is definitely something I should be looking to in 2021. And next is the Le Morte d'Arthur from the Modern Library. Love this edition. I want to say I picked these up from Barnes & Noble. And also have the Arthurian Romances by Chrétien de Troyes and Penguin Classics edition, which I picked up from Golden's Book Exchange. Obviously, there's big news sticker there. And I picked this up largely because I'm interested in the period and also in Arthurian romances. And so, yeah. So I really need to get to those books. So that was H. Rider Haggard and the classic reprints. So tomorrow, hopefully, if everything works out, I will be doing the cookbooks and the art books. And if not, then I might be doing another line from this shelf here. And if I do manage to do the cookbooks and the art books tonight and upload them tomorrow, I'll do a few tags tomorrow too. And if not, it'll just be more library tour. So until then, BookTube, thank you. Have a great afternoon, and please stay safe. And also, if you are so able and would be interested, there is the BookTube prize coming up. So, and I probably should do a separate video for that too. So anyway, BookTube, thank you and have a great afternoon.